Welcome to Seasoned and Unbothered. We're two women over 50 serving grown women wisdom with a side of humor because we've earned the right to say what we mean and mean what we say. Welcome to another episode of Seasoned and Unbothered.
How are you?
I am great.
So, how's everything been going?
Again, life's been lifing with everything that's going on in this country right now with the government shutdown. Our prayers and our thoughts go out to all the people who are affected by the shutdown. And this is a time where I believe if you have any type of faith, that we must lift up our leaders, really, all of them, including that man that sits in the White House, because this country needs to, we're so divided in so many ways, and it's really affecting people. And I know I'm looking for kumbaya, but I just felt prayer is just needed across all the hearts and mind of people, because I don't like the direction we're going in. No. But that's another day, another topic.
That's another topic for another day. We'll have to devote a whole episode to that. But I am tired from last night. I don't recover well.
Oh, yes.
I don't recover well when I'm out past 9 o'clock. So we went to a concert last night. You want to tell them about it?
We did. We went to see the Queens.
The Queens.
Stephanie, Gladys,
Shaka, and Patty.
Mm-hmm. Those ladies, they still have the vocal cords. You hear me? They can still sing. They are 80. Two of them are 81. One is 68, and one is 70.
Shaka Khan is 72.
Yes. Beautiful ladies. They look beautiful. They were sharp. My only thing, if I had something to say, and this is not a criticism, because if I was 81 and still up there, that to me is an accomplishment all by itself. The showmanship and I think sometimes I don't know, but it was still a good show. I'm just going to leave it at that. Mm-hmm. You're right. I had a tennis match this morning. Yeah. I didn't play so well. Getting home after midnight is just, and then getting up early to go play tennis, it's just, I don't know. I was feeling a little crampy because I think I drank sodas most of the night. Yeah. And then this morning I was I didn't have enough water.
We were not hydrated.
Yes. And then here I am running here to do this. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because, again, midlife, you just can't do the same thing you used to do. I remember when I could party all night, 2, 3 in the morning, get up and go to work in the morning. It was nothing.
Those days is over.
Those days are absolutely over.
So can I tell you a funny story about last night? I went with my husband, and he claimed to not be a real fan of any of these women, which is bizarre.
That's okay.
I don't know. I thought he was raised on I was raised on
I think women, a lot of guys are...
Yeah, I guess they're not listening to Stephanie Mills, whatever.
Yes.
But I was raised on that music. I was very excited to go, very excited to hear it. Gladys comes out, fine, clap, clap. Stephanie Mills comes out, and he goes, Tamika, how old is she? And I Googled it. I said, she's 68. He's like, oh, she looks good for 68. She looked amazing. Stephanie Mills looked...
She really did.
Amazing. Actually, all
of them
looked amazing. Great. And then Patty comes out. She does her thing. And then Shaka Khan comes out. And I've never seen the man sit up so straight. And he's like, all of a sudden, he's loving Shaka Khan.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I didn't look behind me. They were sitting behind me.
He's a Shaka Khan fan. And then I see him on his phone. He's Googling how old is Shaka Khan.
Okay.
And he leans over to me, and he's like, I can't believe it. Shaka Khan is 72. I thought she was 58. I was really. I have never seen him pay so much attention to another woman in my presence than he did with Shaka Khan.
Oh, wow. She did look good.
I think she could.
She looked like she was a little lit, but she looked good.
He was very much into Shaka Khan, and I heard about that on the way home. Now he's a Shaka Khan fan because she looked really good.
She did.
She
body-wise, face, beautiful. She didn't even have the wild hair. She had the hair, but it wasn't wild. And she looked really good. And I'm telling you, those vocals, they can sing no tomorrow. Yeah. I was squinching my ears. Okay, come down a notch.
Bring it down, Patty. Bring it down, Stephanie.
Y'all killing my ears.
Yeah, Stephanie Mills. It's interesting that I woke up. What is it called? Google play Stephanie Mills' greatest hits. I've been listening to the Stephanie Mills' greatest hits.
We got in the car last night going home. Thomas was playing Shaka, and then
Shaka left an impact.
yes, she did. Okay, what is up with that?
Yeah.
We left. I say it was a live version too. Did we leave her?
Yeah.
We okay? We good. We good, honey. We good.
So, today we're going to hit on some hot topics. And of course, usual, I have a TikTok hot topic.
Yes.
That came across my For You page. And it got me thinking about this topic, which I think, honestly, in the Black community, we talk about. I don't know if we talk about it, but we know about it. I don't know if we always talk about this topic. I'll start. I don't know if I can use your phone to play it. Or that to play it. I want you guys to hear it so you're aware. The original, original person who recorded the video actually took the video down. The copy that I'm going to show here is actually a stitched version of the conversation.
Okay.
So pretty privilege is real. It is. I said the shit. It's real. I have seen people gravitate towards me, and then all of a sudden compliment me on my eyes, my skin color, my hair, whatever. So it's real. People do actually, treat me differently because of it. Now, because of it, the different treatment is not always good, okay? Sometimes the treatment is negative and it's bad. So because of the color of my skin, because of the color of my eyes, because of my hair texture, I get hated on. So I need you people who hate on people who are pretty to at least take into consideration that we getting it out here. We already getting it. We don't need it from you as well. Give us a break. Be mad at moms and dad. Huh? We didn't do it. We didn't ask to be put here to look like this, okay? Whatever we was mixed up with, it's here and we didn't have anything to do with it. So I was in a public spot a few weeks ago and there was a gentleman who was talking to me more than he was talking to the other ladies in the room. And ever since then, those ladies have been treating me like shit. And it wasn't my fault. He was just talking to me. Probably because I was confident enough to speak back to him. But they was hating. And they've been treating me like shit ever since. So y'all, be kind to us pretty girls. We out here scrap.
So as you know from that caused a whole ruckus. I immediately went to her comment section. And girl, they lit her on fire. And there was a couple things. And that's what I talk about. First, a lot of folks, and she is our age. I think she's 47 or 48. So she's
a little younger.
A little bit younger, but she's close to being in her 50s. There was a lot of comments about, do you lose your pretty privilege as you age? That's
okay.
And also saying that she's not talking about pretty privilege, she's talking about colorism. And that they're different. I wanted to make sure I truly understood, because the term pretty privilege is, I think, a millennial. I don't think that's a term that we.
I think it means that.
Yeah.
I think it's very similar, if not quite the same.
Attractiveness with opportunities and assumption of worth. That's how it's defined. And then colorism is preference or discrimination based on skin tone, often within one's own racial or cultural group. That's colorism. They lit her on fire in this. Basically, a lot of the comments were, hey, which I think was. They were awful to her. I'm going to be very clear. They were very mean to this woman.
They were critical?
They were very critical. First about her look, saying, hey, you're too old, okay, to be trying to pull the pretty privilege card, which bothered me as in my 50s. We lose, just general, I don't care what color you are.
Do you lose privileges? I guess if you want to call it, I don't even think that's a great thing, but to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because if you're beautiful, whether you dark, light, or whatever. But because she happens to be light-skinned, I think that's where the colorism comes in.
Or is it saying that it's not pretty privilege because, quote unquote, you're not pretty, old lady, basically. It's because you're light skinned and it's colorism, not pretty privilege. And I think I have some thoughts about it, but I would just punt it to you. This is your first time seeing this, and you're not on TikTok. You didn't see the comments, but you saw the video. I don't know what your thoughts would be.
I wouldn't say that I don't think the lady is beautiful. I think she's attractive.
Yeah.
She has beautiful color eyes. She has, quote unquote, soft, curly hair. Because I used to always say good hair.
Eurocentric.
But what's good hair?
Eurocentric.
What's good hair? What's bad hair, right? What's this? Whatever. But I think she was leaning towards, she used the wrong term. I think it definitely, colorism. I experienced it so much in my life. I am a brown-skinned, dark-skinned young lady. My mother had 3 daughters, and we were all 3 different shades. My mother was light-skinned. My father was a dark-skinned man. And my sisters were lighter than me. My baby sister is very light. My older sister is in the middle. And I know we all different shapes and sizes. So I think also people fail to realize if someone's preference is a lighter tone, that's okay. We put it in the colorism thing because I could be with a bunch of women, go out, and it does seem like I had a girlfriend who was really beautiful. She was light in complexion, she had pretty long hair, and it seemed like she got all the attention, right? From the onset. And to me, that was okay to some degree, because if you just go on looking at her and you just go on after her because she's beautiful, you don't know what's up there, you don't know what I bring to the table. I'm okay with that. But there are men. The only thing that I have a problem with is when a man says only, even if it's not your type, you don't have to discard or put down a darker skinned woman. Up until the 80s, maybe late 80s, early 90s, dark skin started coming into play. And I remember dating guys or guys approaching me and saying, "You're a beautiful dark skinned girl." And I'm like, what the heck that's supposed to mean? Why can't I just be beautiful? Why you got to preference dark? Why the color of my skin has to be a part of it? And I hear women say that, she's so pretty, she's so dark, she's so chocolate, she's a beautiful dark skinned girl. And I'm like, what? And then I see it in little children. I cringe when I hear this. I used to be a nanny a long time ago, and I cringe when I hear people preference kids. You could be siblings, and the one that's lighter, and the one, maybe because I felt this, and the one that has the beautiful hair. Everyone always talk about how beautiful that child is, and the other child sitting there, they're not beautiful. And then you start to get self-doubt. And I believe I had a complex of not feeling beautiful. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I felt very confident about being dark. I never thought I was ugly or anything, and I never had a problem attracting men or anything, but men didn't go out of their way to tell me I'm beautiful or I'm pretty. But over the years, in the last 20, 30 years, there will be men that tell me I'm beautiful. An older man not too long ago said, "You are so beautiful." And I said, "Oh, thank you." And he wasn't trying to hit on me. He didn't say any other things to me.
Facts.
We do feel that. And I do believe, for instance, when you said about job preference, and I remember in my field of I used to hire front desk receptionists, and someone prefaced to me, "Who does the hiring?" And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" And they were like, I think they were looking at my staff and trying to say, I didn't hire the person because they were beautiful. I hired the person because they were skilled and competent, and they just happened to be beautiful. And I know that in some industries, they do only want a beautiful, a very attractive woman at the front desk. They didn't want a heavyset woman. They didn't want dark-skinned women. They wanted a woman that maybe because it maybe opened doors or something, or maybe when they have a guest or a company or someone coming to visit them, it makes them, I don't know, feel more relaxed. But
I think what also stuck out to me with that is she starts off with the whole, I look this way and I get,
don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. And I appreciate her confidence. I would never have the confidence to go out and be like, look at me, I'm beautiful. And I applaud her for that, especially at a big age, because we don't typically see that in women in their late 40s, 50s, go on there and celebrate and feel good about themselves. She
was looking like a plain Jane to me. in this video, but I bet you if she took her hair down, did or whatever, she probably looked like
she's probably when she talked about being out with her girlfriends. I'm pretty sure it was a night out and everybody was put together. But then she goes into that night out with her girls and saying, "Hey, when we were out, this man just only wanted to talk to me, and he
talked to me more,
and that made my friends upset, and now they're mad at me."
That's probably not her friends if they're mad at her.
It also goes into defining your beauty on the male gaze. Good point. And that is what kind of also in that statement rubbed me the right way, is that you only see your beauty when a man says that you're beautiful, and that is to cause some tension between you and your girlfriends or whatever, is the fact that man was into you. And it could be, like you said, a variety of different reasons. Even she said it could be a variety of different reasons. She may have just entertained this conversation more. Right. She may have been more engaging. There are other factors around why that man may have been
giving her more
attention. It may not just
and maybe it wasn't in his mind attention. I was just holding a conversation.
And it's not necessarily because of the color of her skin. It could be for a variety of different reasons. I'm assuming maybe her girlfriends that were with her were maybe a darker complexion. But I would have to say that being lighter skinned person, it's weird that I don't ever feel like I suffered from pretty privilege. If I look at the definition, and maybe because I don't see it, but Tamika, I like your light eyes, whatever. But I've never seen that as a benefit to me being able to, what does it say? Rewarding my attractiveness with opportunities or assumption of worth. I've never seen my complexion equal opportunity.
I believe it does sometimes.
And it may be because I'm in it, I don't see it, but I've never.
You may not even know you were chosen for something because of your complexion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I noticed I used to model a little bit, and I know on model calls, sometimes they wanted a light-skinned person. And then there are times, though, the ad or the job required a dark-skinned person based on the likes or the needs or the wants of the actual client, maybe. They may say, but think about all the commercials you see now. The commercials these days are crazy to me, and they seem to be all headed in the same direction. But in general, I do believe it happens. I do, only because I'm a dark-skinned girl, and I remember feeling it and seeing it. And I will tell you, a woman telling me I'm beautiful carried more weight with me than a man. When a woman would tell me I'm beautiful, I'd be like, oh, I must be looking beautiful today.
But she found more weight in that man being all into her than everything else. That's what I heard in what she was talking about, and that kind of rubbed me the right way. I think that, especially growing up when we did, we did hear, I think it was just how we were raised back in the 80s or 90s. I think colorism was very much part of our upbringing and growing up. But I feel that's changed a lot. And I think that's why I think younger people, millennials, Gen Z, I think those were the main ones coming at her in the comments, were younger people than necessarily people her age. Because I think that we can hear what she said and identify that some truth in that. But I think that they may see things, I think younger people may see things a little bit differently.
Well, even my very own mother, I think, had a problem with having a dark-skinned child. I remember hearing comments of her being teased, where you get that black baby from? Because I came out dark. My daughter came out light. And I remember when I came home, somebody said, "Is that your baby?" Yeah. But she had dark ears. I knew she was going to turn dark. But she was light when she was born, very light. But my mother said that she always had a problem with dark-skinned women. They did not like her because she was light. She said just because she walks in a room, they would be hating on her. Understand, my mother looked similar to this young lady, except she didn't have the color eyes. And I remember my mother said when she would go out, they would be gritting on her. They would just want to pick a fight with her because the boys or the men would give her more attention. And she said, I didn't ask for it. I didn't even want it.
It's true. Maybe those girls are hating on her.
Yes, maybe. She said they would.
I always like, and I would have to say that my group of girlfriends, my high school girlfriends, we were all the same complexion. We were all light skinned. And they were beautiful. That's why I think I never, because they were, in my opinion, so much more attractive than me. I was always the funny one. And they were all the pretty ones. The pretty ones and the funny one. And the short one. I was the short one and the funny one. And then it was them who were
My girlfriends were all curvy.
Yeah.
I was a little skinny, tall, linky, dark-skinned girl. And I had a beautiful girlfriend. She was dark, and to me, she was so beautiful. She had pretty hair. She was very shapely. Then I had another girlfriend, maybe about your complexion, but she was really curvy. And they didn't take no look at me. All the boys was liking them because of their bodies and their looks and everything. I was passed over, and I was a tomboy. Yeah. I did not look or dress the way I do now. I try to put on my sexy. I ain't gonna lie. I like looking and feeling sexy. But there are times I look in the mirror and I don't see beautiful. It happens to me a lot. Yeah. And I have to remember that I am beautiful with my flaws and all. And I'm looking in the mirror thinking like, oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. I wish I didn't have this. I wish whatever.
I think we all do that.
And,
right?
Yeah.
That's normal.
And every time I get a hairstyle, I don't like it for a long time. It takes me a minute to look at myself in the mirror and think, oh, that's cute. I don't like this hairstyle that much. I think it's too thin. I told her I wanted small, little skinny braids, and now I look at her, I'm like, oh, I don't like seeing all my scalp or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, pick and choose your battles, and just, that's why beauty needs to be deeper than your outer appearance. And when you talked about Gladys and all of them looking so beautiful at their age that they are, and they do, and all of them were a brown complexion. And I think they are beautiful. And I think most people are beautiful in their own right, no matter who you are. And I'm just happy too that the world is more open to dark skin people in general, of darker complexion, and seeing the beauty, because I do believe, and I think it comes back to from the slavery. Yeah. It stems from slavery.
Colorism is a deep-seated issue within the Black community.
But it was, we were taught to be that way.
Yeah, we were taught to be that we could say there's house and there's field.
House ends and field ends.
It was, hey, light-skinned people got to be put in their house or whatever.
Because they look more like them and it felt more comfortable.
There's still that mentality, because I have a dark-skinned mother, the opposite of your situation, where my father was very light-skinned. But those are the things that I think that internal colorism or even racism that we have within our own culture, which I think we're getting past.
I think we are. And I think I would definitely say the kids and the youth of today, I don't think they see color. We saw color. Yeah. Unless you taught that. Yeah. I think racism is taught now. It's always been taught. But I don't think it's prevalent anymore. When you look at all the biracial relationships, it is the norm. It is the norm to see kids dating outside their race. When I think about that, and I think about dating in general, I think maybe once I dated outside my race.
Let's talk about a hot topic.
Yes.
I think that really leads into our next hot topic is dating, especially dating at midlife and dating over 40. Yes. You wanted to discuss this, so what's on your mind? Just
dating in general. What is when I think about dating and I think about some of my friends who are single, what is dating? And here's the definition. It says, dating is a social process through which people explore romantic or emotional compatibility with one another. It typically involves spending time together in various settings, such as going out for meals, attending events, or simply talking to get to know each other. But it's funny to me, some people are like, oh, I'm just dating. I don't even know how we classify, because just going out with someone, do you call that dating? Or do you call, am I dating someone exclusively? Or am I dating to find the right person? Or?
I would say that, I hate to bring up the man-woman thing, but I think men and women look at dating very differently. Yes. And I learned that just within having conversations with my husband. When we have known each other for 20 years, and we have dated off and on for 20 years. And I took our dating as exclusive. If he's taking me out to dinner or the movies or things like that, in my mind, that was classified as an exclusive thing. And talking to him about it, he sees it more of the definition. Hey, I could take you out to dinner, but I can also take Pam out to dinner, and I could take Sue out to dinner too. And I could be dating you, but I'm also dating others. And I think sometimes as women, we move into defining it as more exclusive, when I think more of us need to be dating like men.
This is the way it says. For formats of dating, it says it can be casual, it can be serious, it can be exclusive, or open, depending on the individuals involved. But the key is, a lot of times that conversation does not come up.
It does not happen.
Until somebody gets all upset or in their feelings. Oh, I thought we were just kicking it. Kicking it is dating. Thought we were just kicking it. I didn't know you thought I was only dating you. I never said that. You didn't, but I saw you 3 times last week.
We see each other every day. I was like, we see each other every day.
We talk every day.
We talk every day. Yeah, that is something that I learned very early. And,
now, in this day and age, have you ever been on a dating app?
Yes.
Okay, long time ago, I got on a dating app, and I found that to be crazy, but I know so many people who met and got married on it from a dating app. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
But I was never out there long enough to experience, to have a yay or nay for it. But the people in their representative, you see the picture. I remember I did go out with one guy one time, and I just put it out there, and it was just a brief moment. Because I'm not the dating type. I'm a relationship type. I date with intentions to be in a relationship, right? The guy, when he saw me, first of all, he's like, oh my goodness, you look like your pictures. And I'm like, what were you expecting? He said, you will not believe it. He said, it'll be a picture of them from 20 years ago. Or I think, what do they think is going to happen when you see them?
They think you're going to love them so much you'll get over
how they look.
Yeah.
I would feel deceived.
Oh, let me tell you. As someone who was on the dating apps for a really long time, it would actually bug. You would connect with a man, and they would be, hey, I saw your pictures. And they would ask you, and I learned this because I started doing the same thing. To be clear, they would say, how recent are your pictures? Send me a recent picture. And one man would send me a picture right now. I want a selfie of you right now. And I was, first of all, I don't like that. I'm not trying to deceive you. My pictures are my pictures. If you don't like it or you're not trusting me, then we can move on. Probably why I had so many challenges with the dating sites. But yeah, I was often on sites a lot. The last person I dated before I started dating my husband was someone I had met on Match.com.
Okay.
We met on Match during the pandemic.
Okay.
What else was there to do? And we were dating through that. And a decent guy, but I knew pretty much that he wasn't the one. We were dating.
Okay.
Where I felt I also wanted to date other people. And he wanted it to be more exclusive. That's how it ended on that. But yeah, I met some really nice guys. I met some real disgusting characters too. That go right into sexual things, and we
well, some people, but I heard that some people that's what they're looking for too.
But my profile said I was very clear what I was looking for. I was looking for dating to turn into a relationship. I was not looking for something casual. I was looking for.
You weren't looking for companionship.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for something sexual. To be very clear, I was looking for a dating relationship, hopefully leading towards a committed relationship.
What do you think about the shows Blind Date? I love that show.
Blind Date?
Is it called Blind Date? The one where they date in a bubble. Yeah, it's called Blind Date.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's called something else, but I know what you're talking
I
about.
watched it. I believe that it's it's Blind Date or
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Look, it just came up right here.
I put
Love is
Netflix.
Blind. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
But I love the show, right? Because I love the aspect of now. This is the thing about dating on these shows, right? Are they realistic? I think it's very difficult to me. Ready to Love, all those shows. I don't know how I would work in an environment where we're all together, 7, 8, 10 of us, and we're dating each other.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And I'm supposed to be cool with you. And then that's going to bring me to, don't let me forget, I want to talk about poly,
Okay.
the poly lifestyle. Because by nature, I just think it's natural to want someone to yourself. But then these days, people, no, I don't care. I can share as long as we open about it. But at any rate, I love that show because I do love the aspect of just talking and not seeing each other. But in reality, though, I was like, what if from my time of watching this show, I haven't seen where someone just literally said, I am just so unattractive to that person.
But aren't they all pretty much attractive?
They are, but what you're attracted to?
They're all conventionally attractive people.
That is true. I don't think I've ever seen a real ugly person on the show.
So they're all conventionally attractive.
That may be a factor.
So that's a start. It's base level. So there's a higher chance of there being
a connection.
If you are conventionally attractive.
But on the show that I'm watching right now, I think it's UK, the one girl...
You really like Love is Blind? You watching Love is Blind UK?
Yes. The one girl is she's a little concerned because she's not his typical type. Mm-hmm. And then what happens with that, I think sometimes that's why I don't dig real deep. A lot of people want to ask, what's your type, what you're used to? And I've learned that'll just bring self-doubt. If he tells you, I'm used to thick, red bone, whatever, and I'm tall, skinny, and dark skinned, every time I'm around a thick, beautiful, shapely red bone, I'll be like, oh, Lord, that's his type.
Yeah.
You know how women, we notice things before they know us. We see them coming and be like, yeah, that's this type of girl right there.
Having a type I used to have a type, but I didn't marry my type. I actually married the opposite of my type, of what I would have defined my type to be.
Yeah. Because some people, some people have a very physical type that they want. And a lot of men, I've heard men who say, I don't want a slim girl. I've heard some say, I don't want a big girl. And I'm okay with that because you are attracted to what you are attracted to. But I think sometimes you got to allow the heart to marinate and follow your heart, because I believe that has more substance than physical, even though I think it would be very difficult to be in a relationship with a person that you have no sense of a physical attraction to them.
Okay. Do you think attraction can grow?
Yes, because it does.
It does. I think you could be like, hey, I like
because of your
tall,
feelings, you
red
see,
bone, blah, blah, blah. But here I meet Tamika, who's 4'11", whatever, and she's so interesting. And we have a connection starts to grow.
Because from a connection, feelings develop.
Yeah.
And I think but doesn't this go as far as when you think about marriage, right? You think about couples who were married 25, I'm going to say 25 to 50 years. Those aren't the same two people that got married 25 or 50 years before. They don't look the same. Most of the time, they're not shaped the same. They don't look the same. There's a whole lot of different things that happen. But that's because of love past those things. Because true intimacy to me is about how you feel about the person. And
I think I am very attracted to my husband. However, I'm also attracted to who he is as a person.
Right.
Our conversations, our values.
That's what
all
love
those things.
Love is Blind allow you to do.
To grow on that. And it's great that there's physical attraction. That's A++. But my grandmother told me that she was very clear that attraction fades. She was like, look, let me tell you. Attraction
don't last forever.
Attraction fades, so you really have to love that person.
Yes.
Because you're not, and you will not always be attracted to that person. So,
and it's always like when you think about beauty and all that, it's always someone else that looks just as beautiful as you are. That's where if that's the case, the man will always be turning his head, going a different direction.
Women too.
Women too. You're right. Women too. You're right. But I love those shows. I love those shows. But the concept of how they're dating, I like the aspect of really just talking about what you like, what you don't like, where you come from.
And not seeing that person.
And not seeing that person and truly, genuinely connecting. Now, the reality of it is they're away from everything and all distractions. They don't have their cell phones. They don't have internet. You can Google, look up people, all this other stuff. I don't even know how long they commit to not being at work or something. But at any rate, and then when they finally see each other, they spend a weekend together, then they go away for a week, some exotic place. You can really get to know each other. They share the same room and same bed. Some people are not comfortable sleeping in the same bed yet. Some people are. Some people immediately get the physical side going, which I've learned from relationships to put the physical side on the back burner so you can really know if this is the person you really want to be with. Because when you get the physical aspect involved, sometimes you will ignore things and signs that are there. You can, not that you always do, but you
3-date
can't.
rule.
I don't have a rule.
The 3-date
I have done the gamut. I really have. I have gone in before way too soon. I've never tried to be, I'm going to hold out to this date. I remember when I started dating my husband, I want to abstain, I want whatever. And I remember him saying, I ain't built for this. He was frustrated. And this is 3 or 4 months in, he's frustrated. Look. And I was, I wanted, for me at that time too, I wanted to heal and from a relationship I had just come out of so that I could really see what I'm working with and not just be in it because it's something to do to pass time or to speed up the process, because the process is the process. But again, I just say that because when I think about Ready to Love and I think about all those shows and dating, there are aspects of dating, and a lot of women say how hard it is. And one young lady on this show, the guy was not financially stable. And that was very difficult for her, for what she wanted to do or whatever. And Tommy, who's the host of the show, tried to speak to her a little bit about it, because he said when him and his wife got together, she was the stable one and he wasn't. But look at them today and how she was there and gave him the room to grow and be whatever. It's weird too, because we have our standards. I think you need to have your non-negotiables, the things that you know. And I don't think financially I've ever been one of those people where you have to, because to me, if you're good at the core of who you are and your work ethic is there and all these other things, I believe good things will come to you. And and hopefully we can build and grow together, and that's okay. But I don't know, the dating process.
Yeah, I think that is the challenge. When I talk to my cousins who are younger, they're in their 30s, I hear about their dating challenges, and I just was dating too. But I think hearing their war stories of, one of the things that I hear my cousins say a lot is she feels dating is she has to go through levels. Men want to put them through, hey, that whole thing. The first date is a coffee date. And then if he likes you enough, he's going to bring you to the next level. And then the next level
because they don't want to spend no money on you?
The next, whatever reason. The next level is a breakfast date. There's levels. And she's I don't want to go through the levels. I would like to meet a nice guy. We go to a dinner, the traditional way of dating. And I think that for some reason, men are moving away from the traditional, that we see the traditional way of dating.
But isn't that the norm for online dating and stuff? Because some people would rather have a short, let's meet for coffee, just to see if we hit it off. Because would you want to go on a...
But to me, I should propose that. And my thought is, having been in that online dating, is that I think the coffee meetup actually probably should come from the woman. Because of the cautionary, I don't really know you. We just,
I don't want you coming to my house yet.
It wasn't like you introduced me to this person.
Right.
I can trust that you wouldn't introduce me to someone who's crazy. I meet you online. Let's meet more casually. I think should come from women. But these are, my cousin is not dating. These are men that she's meeting out in the wild. And they're still, let me put you through video game. She called it a video game. Level 1. And then you got to get the tokens, more lives to go to level 2. I think, and that's what she's really struggling with in this dating market right now, and really finding the right person. And also, I think the financial thing comes to play, and I've told her something very similar, is that sometimes you have to grow together. Share a seven, she's the one who's a date for money. Are you familiar with her?
Mm-hmm. She said date for money?
Yeah, she's very much about find yourself a rich man. If you date a man and he ain't talking about you not working no more and him providing for you, dump him. That's how she talks about it. She's hilarious. I think it's entertainment.
Is she married?
She's married.
Is she married to a rich man?
She says, and she don't work. She just stays home.
Okay.
And
she tell you how to get one.
So she gives you advice on how to get a rich man to take care of you. And I keep telling people, share a seven is entertainment. That is not your guide. Okay?
It's not reality.
It's not reality.
Is she beautiful? I don't know who she is.
She's an attractive lady. I'll show you her.
Okay.
And her content, which is, it's interesting. I always tell her, you may want to build together. Maybe right now you are the primary breadwinner, but that may not always be the case. And you know what? Maybe you will always be the primary breadwinner.
It depends on what he wants to do.
What he does. But just be open to it and not cut someone off because you want a man in finance and he works as an electrician. An electrician can make
some
more
good money
than a man in finance. But those are the things I think right now in the dating world people struggle with, because there is so many people out there telling them what it should be instead of the whole growing together.
I think you do have to, I think I would advise any young lady to definitely have some standards about a man aspirations. Do he have goals and aspirations, and what is he doing to put himself in that position? He doesn't have to have already, because there's nothing more beautiful than doing it together. Oh my goodness. Because doing it together, it brings a connection and a unity that you just can't find in normal relationship. There's nothing wrong with the mothers or the ladies who wants to stay at home and be at home moms or whatever. That's never been me. I wouldn't want it.
But you can still be doing it together.
Yes. And then I wouldn't, it probably wouldn't work for me for a man to say, I don't care how rich he is, if he told me I need to stay home or I want to stay home. That's not something I'm looking for. In this day and age, though, I'm getting older. If he told me I could do it, but then I still have the freedom to go play tennis and do all the things that I want and live the same lifestyle, I might consider it. But I like working. I like what I do. But I think I would work at a different level and a different pace, right? I would probably still want to own my own business. I would probably still want to do whatever. But would I want to go punch a 9 to 5? Probably not, if I really didn't have to. But I don't feel like I have to now. My husband might say something differently if I say, honey, I'm giving up all my jobs and I'm going to stay at home. Even though we ain't got no kids, love on you. He'd be like, girl, get out there and go work. But it just depends.
So before we end, I know there was another topic you wanted to talk to, and that was poly. Well, I don't even know how to say it. Poly something.
They call it poly. What?
Poly.
What is it? Poly lifestyle, which means that you, and most of the time it's with a man and multiple women. Not to say that it can't be the opposite. Would you entertain that? If your man came to you and said, look, I want to be honest, I love you, I want to be with you, but I want to also entertain other women sexually, but with us together. And I don't know if that means you got to be open or bisexual, because I don't know the whole lifestyle. Is it always from my understanding, is that the man normally would have sex with both women.
I found the definition.
Give me the definition. Give me the definition. We're going to be politically correct here.
Polyamorous. It's polyamorous.
Polyamorous, yes, that's what it is.
Involves having consensual, intimate relationships with multiple partners, simultaneously prioritizing honesty, trust, and consent for all involved. It's a form of ethical non-monogamy, meaning it's not cheating, and it often involves desire or emotional connection and love rather than just sex.
I saw some show. I don't even know the name of the show, but it was a relationship. It was two couples, and they would live in poly, and both women would be with. They agreed to no other people outside. They had a lot of respect for each other. They love each other. They were having kids together. The one lady was having the kids. They didn't know who the father was. Didn't want to know who the father was because in their mind.
I know what you're talking about.
I like that show. I couldn't find it anymore. I happened to go stay with my aunt one time, and the show came on.
Know who the father
and then I love the show, but I don't even know how to find the show. But I thought it was really cool, and I loved the relationship, and they were being very open, and they were transparent. One young lady, her family did not accept that relationship and did not want anything to do with them or the situation. And the other girl, her family, her mother, and everybody accepted it. They all, it's not the sister wives thing, but they trade off. They had their days. And then one lady was a little, she wasn't jealous, but she was a little insecure about her relationship with one of the husbands and thought the other, I think it was her original husband, because they are legally married. The two couples, but then they're in this relationship where they're all together.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know what show you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. Whatever you want to do, you do. It is not for me. I'm not sharing. No. I'm not okay with it. I'm not sharing. I'm not consenting to that. I do not. Open relationships don't work for me. And I think that even if it's structured arrangements and we have the arrangements, it's not for me. And I don't think it works. I don't think it works.
It seems to be working for them. They've been together for years.
I watched that show, and we're going to totally do it. But I know that they had made an agreement that they would never disclose who the father of the kids were.
Yes.
And one of the fathers had a DNA test for one of the kids. And
well, he didn't have a DNA.
He did something.
The kid, something happened with the kid.
Yeah.
And they came back with the blood type.
Yeah.
And then but it turned out he was wrong too.
But that caused a lot of friction.
It caused a lot of friction because the one guy, they thought they didn't know who the father was. And they didn't want to know who the father, because they wanted it all. Because I think,
I think it's that stuff to me. And I think that man is not into it anymore. I don't think he wants that. I don't think he wants it.
Really?
But, are you looking for the show?
Yes, I'm looking for the show.
I think. Is that it? That's it, right there.
This is them right here.
Yep, Polyfamily. That's what it's called.
Is that the name? I didn't know what the name of it was.
Show right there, reality series called Polyfamily on TLC.
That's them right there.
Yeah, I saw clips of that.
Yes.
Yep, I saw clips of that on TikTok, I believe.
Well, I must admit, I was somewhat intrigued. I started looking for the show. I didn't know where to find it, but now I know.
Yeah.
But I thought, wow, could I be that open? Could I be that open? And I think for them, because it's four, you're not left out. One is left out. But the relationship, the dynamics are very strange.
Yeah, exactly. All that is strange is not going to work. It's not going to work. That's right now. And we're looking at a picture, and look at where hands are. Look at that picture. That picture says so much to me. And it was not going to work. I'll show the picture because I think the picture says a lot. Where are those men's hands?
Both on her knees. Because that's the one that's more sexual. And then she's the one that's insecure.
It ain't going to work. You can't have an insecure women. Make that relationship hellish.
I don't know. I don't think I would entertain it at all.
I know I wouldn't entertain it. This is just entertainment. I don't think it's going to work. I'll show the picture because the picture is very interesting. It says 1,000 words. It says 1,000 words about whether or not that could work.
Last thoughts?
Yeah, last thoughts.
For me, again, I just wanted to touch on this subject because I know a lot of people are dating. I have a daughter who's not married, and I have a niece who's not married, and one is in a committed relationship. I don't know what the other one's doing. But again, I was just wondering because I was not the best dater because I would immediately just get in a relationship. I didn't date around a lot. So I'm just wondering.
Dating is tough. Dating is hard, and thank God I don't have to do it anymore. I do. Thank God I don't have to be out there. Because when I talk to my cousins who are the same age as your daughter and your niece, it's hellish out there. It's tough. It's tough.
Again, let us know your thoughts.
Yes,
what do you think about dating? What experiences have you had that you can share with us? Hit us in the comments. And don't forget, share it with a friend, subscribe, tell your friends about it.
Yeah, and also we hit on a lot of different topics here, which is our chat on everything on our mind is pretty privilege, colorism, being in poly relationships. So we covered a lot. So we would love to hear your thoughts on it. And and thank you. And thank you for joining us today.
Yes. See you next time.
Yeah, and remember to stay
Seasoned and Unbothered. We're going to get that together.